All right. Physical plant and how to make a profit with staff before I get in the water. There's 7 main parts of a successful law firm. I know I keep repeating this, but that's because there's only 7 main parts of every successful law firm, and they're the same 7 main parts of every struggling law firm. I've been into so many struggling law firms, and I've been into so many successful law firms. And by successful, by the way, I mean a law firm that is, number one, serving the financial needs of the owner. If your law firm is not serving your financial needs so that you can live the way you want to live, I don't care what else you want to say about it. It could be a fun law firm. It could be a law firm that does a lot of good for a lot of people. But as a business venture, it's got to serve the financial needs of the owner. To be successful, it also has to serve the personal needs of the owner. If the only way for you to make the net income out of the law firm to live the way you want to live, emphasis on want to live, not what you'll settle for, not what you'll tolerate, not what you've, been willing to put up with, but really how you want to live. Remember, your law firm makes a profit by helping other people, right? So saying I'm willing to live like crap is really saying I'm not willing to make my law firm help more people, or I'm not willing to let my law firm help more people, because that's how law firms make a profit, by helping more people. They help your clients, they help your staff, and as a byproduct, they help you as the owner live the way you want to live financially. If you set up your systems and your processes and your procedures properly, it gives you tremendous control over your time. Today's a Friday. Here I am. Why am I out here on a Friday? Because I invested the time to document and to think through, to identify, think through, and make rational decisions about how I wanted my operating systems to work, so that I could then hire people with the necessary skills and train them using some kind of objective criteria and manage them and hold them accountable against the objective criteria. Jimbo, you see how I'm doing that? I'm like, as I'm kind of rambling here, I'm actually teaching them the lesson. I'm gonna connect all the dots for anyone who's not following along. Don't worry. But I think a lot of them are.
It's
so
crystal clear.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so
here's what I would love. I love how you told me it drives you crazy when people say my business is my baby. Is that appropriate here? It feels like it, but it may not be.
Listen, in 2011, 2012, 2013, I spent more nights on the road doing CLE speeches all over the country on the national CLE tour sponsored by Microsoft, LexisNexis, Firm Manager, LawPay, Ruby Receptionists, and I apologize if there's anyone who sponsored us and I forgot your name. And everywhere I went, the point is, I talked to thousands of lawyers just in those 3 years, and that's not even counting the tens of thousands of lawyers or the many more thousands of lawyers who I spoke to when I was a small law practice management advisor with the Florida Bar's Law Office Management Assistance Service for almost 4 years. The point I'm making is, I would ask, who thinks of your law firm like your baby? And everyone would raise their hands with pride. I think of my law firm like my baby. Your law firm is not your baby. That is a inappropriate and unhealthy and certainly an unprofitable analogy or role model to have between the owner of a business and their business and their law firm. So think about why we have children. We have children for non-economic reasons. I hope, right? I hope you didn't have kids thinking this was going to be lucrative, right? My kid will be the next Tiger Woods. I'll get rich, right? No. Think about if someone came to you with a business proposition like this. You're going to invest 18 to 25 years of your life. Sweat equity 24/7, right? You're going to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars. And, if anything goes wrong, you're completely screwed in this financial investment. Are you going to make an investment in that business? Maybe if it's like, this is the next Google, this is the next Microsoft, this is the next Facebook, this is the next Apple, this is the next stock that's going to go from $1 to a gazillion dollars. You know, huge ROI. Maybe I'll take this massive financial risk that parenthood guarantees us, right? No, but if everything goes right, after 18 to 25 years, we're hoping that maybe this business might break even and be able to sustain itself. That is not a good business model. We do things for our children. We make priorities for our children. We make sacrifices for our children because of love, because of emotion, right? Your business is not your baby. Your business does not love you. Your business is not going to give you a hug when you feel sad, right? You know, your business is there to serve your needs. A more appropriate, a healthier for you and healthier for the business and healthier for the staff and healthier for the clients analogy to use is the analogy of a farmer to a mule. So think about, why does the farmer have the mule? The farmer has the mule to pull the plow. That's it. The farmer has the mule to pull the plow.
Wait,
If
the farmer doesn't go to the mule soccer games?
The farmer does not go to the mule's soccer games, right?
Okay.
The farmer has the mule to pull the plow. Now, you pull the plow for one reason, and that is to grow crops. And you grow the crops to feed your actual family. And if you do this efficiently, if you do this with an actual plan, then not only do you grow enough crops to feed your family, but you have enough crops left over to take to market to make a profit. No rational, sane farmer goes around bragging about how many hours they spent in the barn with the mule, right? My law firm runs so badly that I spent 50 hours in the office. No. I got something. My law firm runs so badly that I spend 60 hours in the office. No. My law firm, I got you all beat. My law firm runs so badly that I spend 70 hours in the office. Well, now let's compete on who has worse financial controls, right? My law firm is so badly managed that I've got $25,000 in accounts receivables out there with clients. Oh, that's nothing. My law firm is so badly managed financially, I've got so little financial controls in place that I've got $50,000 in accounts receivables. I mean, this is insanity. All right. This is not what you asked me to teach. You asked me to teach
But it's all related.
physical plant and people.
Yeah.
All right. Marketing leads to sales. Sales leads to production. People produce things using things. People produce services for your firm that the firm sells to the clients using things. The things the people use are part of the physical plant of the law firm, right? So the desks, the chairs, the computers, the stuff, the hard stuff that you can touch, that's the physical plant. But the physical plant of the law firm, the most valuable part of the physical plant of the law firm, is actually its intellectual property. And the most when the day comes that your law firm gets sold, and make no mistake about it, someday your law firm will be sold. It will either be sold on your terms, on your schedule, with you in control, or it will be sold by your creditors on someone else's terms, on someone else's schedule, and you won't be in control, or it will be sold by your estate. But someday, somewhere, somehow, your law firm will be sold. And when that day comes, the main A+ number one most valuable asset that you can build, that you can create, that will produce real, legitimate, saleable equity on your balance sheet is going to be the intellectual property of the firm. There's two parts of the intellectual property that people who actually know what to look for when valuing a law firm, like me, we look for two main things when it comes to intellectual property. Three main things. Number one, A+, most important thing we look for is your client list and your marketing system. What marketing systems have you built? What marketing assets have you built that consistently, predictably, reliably bring prospective new clients to the door day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out? Something as simple as a monthly newsletter. I've got a monthly newsletter. I mail it out every month to 5,000 people. It costs me $10,000 a month to mail it out to 5,000 people. It costs me $120,000 a year to mail out this newsletter to 5,000 people every month. And every year, consistently, reliably, predictably, I get 20 new cases worth $5,000, which is $200,000. So it cost me $120,000, and it consistently, reliably, predictably brings in $250,000 a year of new business. That's not a great ROI, but it illustrates the point. You really want a 5 times ROI with your marketing dollars. All right, that's a whole different conversation. So,
which will be covered in the boot camp.
Which we'll cover in the boot camp, yes. And all of the members of How to Manage a Small Law Firm understand this stuff like this is their lingo. They understand this stuff. You could too, and then life would be better.
It's almost like you are treating a law firm like it's a business.
It is a business.
Okay, I just
right?
It was my practice.
Yeah, I want to get in the water. So can I hurry this up?
Can you wrap this up for 12 minutes?
I want to get in the water. All right, so physical plan is all the physical stuff. It's also the intellectual property. The most important part of the intellectual property is your client list, your former client list, your marketing systems that you're using to engage and keep that client list and former client list engaged so they keep coming back again and again and again and again for repeat business or referral business. Second big part of your intellectual property are going to be your documented workflow, processes, systems, procedures, the instructions for how things get done on a consistent, predictable basis in your business. I think we're about to get boarded by pirates. Get the fuck away from here. We're shooting a marketing video. All right. Would it be funny if they came up to us and boarded us and we're like shooting a video?
Yeah, and they were actually pirates.
They were actually pirates, right? All right. So the documented workflow processes and systems and procedures. What is your client intake system? Documented. What is your file opening procedure? Documented. How do you draft a pleading? How do the things get done that must get done in your business in a consistent, predictable, reliable way? That has tremendous value. All jokes aside, that has tremendous, tremendous value.
But why? Why is that value?
Well, it's going to make your law firm work for you because with these tools, with this intellectual property, you can hire people. You have something objective and rational that you can train them against and hold them accountable against. Without documented processes and systems and procedures, it's virtually impossible to hire and build an amazing team. With documented processes and procedures, you can hire good people, give them good training, give them good management, and get predictable, reliable, good enough results. And that's all you need to build a multi-million-dollar business. Without documented processes and procedures, you're constantly looking for these purple unicorn, superstar, prima donna. They arrive on a flying carpet and they fart rainbows. A much better way to build a law firm that runs like a business that works for you is with good people who get good training and get good management and have objective, rational, fair, balanced accountability with documented processes and procedures and systems and all the stuff that we're going to teach in lots more detail during the boot camp. You can be really, really ruthless on the problem and still be humane with the people.
I love that. Will you say that one more time?
You can be ruthless on the problems and good and soft and humane with the people, which of course takes most of the fear and the anxiety and the agita out of hiring and training, managing. Okay, people. Your law firm has a receptionist, a secretary, a paralegal, an associate, a rainmaker, a manager, an owner, a CEO, a COO, a CFO, and a bookkeeper. 11 main positions, right? I'm wearing my receptionist hat. I'm wearing my paralegal hat. I'm wearing my associate hat, right?
Yeah.
The job you're doing is not defined by your credentials or where you went to school. The job you're doing is defined by the credentials required to do the job, right? If a person with a high school diploma and good processes and procedures and good training can do the job of a receptionist, for example, just because the person doing the job of the receptionist happens to be a lawyer who graduated from an amazing law school and has a terrific record in the practice of law doesn't mean the job should be compensated at that level. The job should be compensated at the level required to do the job. It's a huge mistake that law firms make. There's tons of false economy going on out there with lawyers who think they're saving money, but really they're wasting tens of thousands of dollars a month. You thought I was going to say a year. It's monthly. Money just going down the drain because lawyers think that they're saving money, but they really have false economy. All right, so when, why, how to hire, train, manage people. This is a two-part video, so I'm going to go a few more minutes, and then I'm getting in the water, for real.
The low battery mode is about to give out. So
Okay.
you better wrap it up, man.
Number one big mistake to avoid when you're building a law firm, especially if your revenues are under $500,000, is do not hire helpers. Do not hire helpers. Do not hire helpers. How many different ways could I say this?
I feel like I should hire helpers.
Don't hire helpers.
Okay.
Hire replacements. The first position you should hire should be the position that gives you back time. Not the person who helps you do your job better. The person who relieves you of different responsibilities. Right? So when it comes to associates, I have seen lots and lots and lots of lawyers make this tipping point kind of mistake. They go this way and they hire an associate who can help them, who can be an assistant to them, and they get trapped around $300,000 to $500,000 in gross revenue. They hire their first associate as a lawyer who's as good of a lawyer or even a better lawyer than them, and now they're free to work on the business and really grow the business. One of the things that we will definitely teach you in the 4-week boot camp crash course, yet to be named, they'll probably change the name between now and then, program that I'm hoping this gets you really excited for, is we will teach you how to hire these people, and really we'll talk about why a great lawyer, maybe even a lawyer as good of a practitioner as you, maybe even more experienced practitioner than you, will want to come work for your under $500,000 law firm, and how the economics of that really work in your favor. It's too detailed to get into now, and it is hot, and I'm getting in the water, so turn that off. I'm going to swim with the pirates.
Yeah. All right, and stay tuned next time. We'll put titles up there, Arjan. Don't get in the water with that microphone.
Oh!
Good job. I mean it.